The world begins in darkness. Before any great work, there is only the void. An empty field under a moonless sky. A quiet mind before a difficult choice. In this profound stillness, we are often lost. We feel the weight of everything that is not yet done. The sheer scale of the task ahead can be paralyzing. It is here, in this overwhelming quiet, that most projects die before they even begin. The ambition is too large, the path forward is unclear, and the silence is deafening. We look out at the vast empty space and see only impossibility. We forget that every great structure, every meaningful life, did not spring into existence fully formed. It started much smaller, but then a single action is taken. It is a small choice, almost insignificant against the vast backdrop of the night. A hand reaches for a single brick. This brick is not special. It is heavy, rough, and ordinary. Yet in the decision to lift it, a light begins to glow. This is the first step, the commitment. It is the act of showing up when no one is watching. This single brick, now held with purpose, illuminates the ground just enough to see the next step. It is a quiet rebellion against the darkness, a declaration that something will be built here. This one action pierces the inertia. It proves that the void is not permanent. The brick is placed carefully on the ground. It is set with intention, aligned with an unseen blueprint that exists only in the mind. There is no applause. The birds do not sing. The world does not change in that instant. But for the builder, everything has changed. The first piece of the foundation is laid. This glowing brick is a promise. It is a commitment to a larger vision, a testament to the power of a single focused effort. It represents the decision to start, to do the work, to face the emptiness and place something of value within it. The darkness still surrounds, but it no longer feels infinite. There is now a point of light. From this one point of light, a path becomes visible. The next brick can be found, and the next. This is how all great endeavors begin. Not with a grand announcement or a sudden flash of brilliance, but with a quiet, determined action in the dark. It is the writer typing the first sentence. It is the runner taking the first step on a cold morning. It is the student opening the book to the first page. It is the simple, humble, and powerful act of laying the first brick. This act transforms the landscape from one of overwhelming emptiness to one of burgeoning possibility. The journey has begun. We are not building a simple wall or a temporary shelter. We are building a cathedral. A life of meaning is a grand structure. It is complex, beautiful, and designed to stand for a long time. Each brick we lay is a part of this larger project. Every action, every decision, every habit is a single stone placed in the growing walls of our character. A kind word is a brick. Reading a book is a brick. Facing a fear is a brick. Each one on its own seems small. It is easy to dismiss its importance. But they are not isolated actions. They are components of a magnificent whole, fitting together to create something that will shelter our spirit. The work is often solitary. Out in the field, surrounded by the quiet hum of nature, the builder works alone. There is no one there to offer encouragement. There is no one to praise the straightness of a line or the strength of the mortar. The only companions are the wind, the trees, and the stars. This solitude is a feature, not a bug. It is in this quiet space that focus is forged. It is where we learn to rely on our own judgment, to trust the process, to find satisfaction not in the approval of others, but in the quality of the work itself. Building a life of substance requires this internal validation. It demands that we become our own foreman. Each new brick adds not just to the structure, but to the light. As the walls slowly rise, they begin to catch the sun in new ways. The small glow of the first brick is joined by others. A row of bricks becomes a line of light. A finished wall becomes a surface that reflects the dawn. The project begins to generate its own momentum, its own illumination. The progress becomes tangible. What was once an abstract vision in the mind is now a physical reality taking shape in the world. This is the reward of daily effort. The light grows not by magic, but by the steady, patient accumulation of small, well-placed actions. Building a cathedral is a slow, deliberate process. It cannot be rushed. Each stone must be chosen with care. Each placement must be precise. If the foundation is weak, the spires will crumble. If the walls are crooked, the roof will collapse. This is why we must focus on the task at hand, the single brick in front of us. We must pour all our energy into laying it perfectly. We trust that if we lay today's brick well, and do the same tomorrow and the day after, the cathedral will rise on its own. The grand vision is achieved by mastering the small, repeatable action. The focus is always on the brick, not the cathedral. The path is never clear for long. As the walls of the cathedral begin to rise, challenges will appear on the horizon. The sky will darken, not with the peaceful black of night, but with the turbulent gray of a coming storm. The wind will howl, testing the strength of the newly laid stones. Rain will fall in sheets, turning the solid ground to mud and threatening to wash away the foundation. These are the inevitable storms of life. They are the setbacks, the tragedies, the unexpected obstacles that threaten to undo all our progress. They are not a sign that we are on the wrong path. They are a sign that we are building something that matters. In the midst of the storm, the work becomes harder. Tools are lost in the mud. A carefully placed brick is knocked loose by a gust of wind. The builder, soaked and weary, feels the cold seep into their bones. This is the moment of trial. It is here that the temptation to abandon the project is strongest. The warmth of a dry shelter calls. The thought of giving up feels like a relief. Fatigue clouds the mind, and the grand vision of the cathedral seems like a foolish dream. Doubt is the fiercest wind, and exhaustion is the heaviest rain. It is easy to believe that the storm will never end, that the project is doomed. But the builder does not stop. They may pause to find shelter, but they do not quit. When a tool is lost, they search for it in the mud. If they cannot find it, they fashion a new one. When a brick falls, they retrieve it, clean it, and set it back in place, this time with more mortar, with more care. They learn from the storm. They see the weaknesses in their work that the calm weather had hidden. The struggle makes the structure stronger. The builder understands that the storm is not an interruption to the work. It is part of the work. Overcoming it is just another brick to be laid. The storm eventually passes. The clouds break, and a weak light returns to the sky. The builder stands, tired but undefeated, amidst the damp and the debris. The work has been scarred, but it has not been broken. In fact, it is stronger. The experience of weathering the storm has become part of the cathedral's story, etched into its very stones. The builder has not only built a wall, they have built resilience. They have learned that their own strength is greater than they knew. They pick up their tools, take a deep breath of the clean post-storm air, and lay the next brick. The work continues, now tempered by adversity. The work is never truly finished, but there are moments of reflection. After a long night of labor, the builder pauses. They turn to the east, where the first light of dawn is breaking across the horizon. The rising sun illuminates the project, casting long shadows and revealing the progress that has been made. One side of the cathedral stands tall, its walls strong and its form clear. The lines are true, the stones are secure. This finished section is a testament to thousands of bricks, thousands of quiet decisions made in darkness and in storm. It is a physical manifestation of discipline and perseverance. It is beautiful, yet as the builder turns, they see the other side. Here, the work is still in its infancy. The foundation is laid, but the walls are only a few feet high. Piles of uncut stone and stacks of unused bricks lie waiting. This unfinished side represents all the work that is yet to come. It is a reminder that the journey is long, that the vision is not yet fully realized. It is not a cause for anxiety, but a source of purpose. The contrast between the finished and the unfinished is not one of success versus failure. It is the beautiful, honest reality of any great undertaking. It is simply what is. There is no cheering crowd on the horizon. No one arrives to present a medal or offer congratulations. The world is quiet, save for the sound of the waking birds. The only reward is the sight of the sun hitting the stones. The only validation comes from within. It is a feeling of quiet pride, a deep abiding satisfaction in the work itself. The builder looks at the finished wall and knows the effort it took. They look at the unfinished foundation and know the effort that is still required. There is peace in this acceptance. The joy is not in the completion, but in the building. So what is there to do? The sun is rising. A new day has begun. The builder takes a sip of water, picks up a trowel, and walks toward the unfinished side. There's a new brick to be laid. This is the call to all of us. Do not wait for applause. Do not be discouraged by the scale of the task. Do not be defeated by the inevitable storms. Simply wake up each day in the quiet focus of the morning and lay your brick. Do the work. One day you will look up and see that you have built something magnificent, something that will last. Now get to it.